Farsi. It's Farsi. It's not Arabic. Now the people out there in Afghanistan, they speak another language. I forget the name of the language. It's another language. It's not Arabic. The people out there, the Afghan people, and Afghan rebels and whatnot, they don't speak Arabic, and they're not even Arabs. They're Elamites.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Well, that's why Yahweh Shai, when he comes back, the Lord said we were all scattered among the nations. So the Lord said he's gonna go to all these different nations and gather Israel out of them, and the Israelites are speaking all them different languages.
Speaking all, and they're thinking that they're those people.
Yeah.
You know.
I got
like
one.
the Syrians. A lot of Syrians are Israelites. A lot of them are Ephraimites.
I got a quick precept.
Go ahead.
This is Revelation 5 and 9. And they sung a new song saying, Thou art worthy to take the book and to open the seals thereof, for thou wast slain and hast redeemed us to the Most High by thy blood out of every kindred and tongue and people and nation.
What you reading at it?
Revelation 5 and 9.
Yeah, that's the answer for Revelation 7. It speaks about the great multitude, because you got these Christians talking about the great multitude behind the 144,000 of different nations. No, the answer is in Revelation 5. Matter of fact, keep reading, because it's going to tell you that they're the saints.
This is verse 10. And has made us unto our power kings and priests, and we shall reign on the earth. And I beheld and I heard the voice of many angels round about the throne, and the beast, and the elders, and the number of them was 10,000 times 10,000, and thousands of thousands, saying with a loud voice, Worthy is the Lamb that was slain to receive power, and riches, and wisdom, and strength, and honor, and glory, and blessing, and every creature which is in heaven and on earth, and under the earth, and such as are in the sea, and all that are in them, heard I saying, Blessing and honor and glory and power be unto him that sitteth upon the throne, and unto the Lamb forever and ever. And the four beasts said, So be true. And the 24 elders fell down and worshipped him that liveth forever and ever.
Yeah, so those are the saints. And you said kings and priests, right? Now the answer to that is what is that?
Exodus.
Exodus 19 and 4. Start at 4. 6 is the key point.
This is the book of Exodus chapter 19.
Precept upon precept.
Verse 4. Ye have seen that I did, ye have seen what I did unto the Egyptians, and how I bear you on eagle's wings.
Now the actual word there, if somebody's saying you got to go by every word of the Bible, the word Egypt wasn't even in there, man. So now you're going to have to go what? You're going to have to go to the Hebrew and find it. So anybody that says, oh, you can't go to the Greek, you got to break it down to Greek and the Hebrew and the Lashon. You can't always use English, man. Even King James said that his translation is not a perfect translation, and that there would have to be a more perfect translation of the scriptures, man. So what the hell are you talking about?
It says, You have seen what I did unto the Egyptians, and how I bear you on eagle's wings. And
now, were they actually bared on eagle's wing? It's parabolic, it's symbolic.
Great deliverance.
Right, metaphoric. Anybody that just opens up the script and try to read it, you ain't gonna get it, man, unless the Most High sit down there and sup with you, man. You're not gonna get it. That's why these Christians are so messed up. Every video that they make is on Israelites, man. 1 week is on IUIC, the next week is on GMS. Why is that? Because you're looking for answers, man. That's right. And you ain't gonna get the answers because you ain't meant to get the answers. All right?
Romans 11. What then Israel not obtained that which he seeketh for, but the election have obtained it. Showing you the Heavenly Father has an election. Everybody can't be part of the election.
Yeah, just because you call yourself a Hebrew Israelite doesn't mean you have the truth.
Yeah.
Okay, good. You know you're a Hebrew Israelite. Okay, you keep the Passover. Good.
Yeah.
But can you break these scriptures down?
Are you a part of the election?
Are you a part of the election? And that's why we say we are the hopeful elect, man.
The hopeful elect, yeah.
Kendrick Lamar knows he's an Israelite. He can't break the scripture.
Man, first of all, Kendrick Lamar, when it came out that he knew he was an Israelite, about a month and a half later, 2 months later, he was on BET Awards. He didn't mention nothing about Israel. He didn't say shalom. Only thing he said, the Most High. That's when this guy died. What's this guy from? dude from Wu-Tang.
Old Dirty Bastard.
Dirty Bastard.
No. The other dude. The other dude, man. Prodigy. Prodigy.
He's from Mob
Deep.
I'm sorry, Mob Deep.
Same thing.
Same shit.
Yeah.
All right.
Same shit.
Anyway, he had just passed maybe a week or two before that, and Kendrick Lamar had made a statement concerning him. He said, he said, "May the Most High bless him," but he didn't say shalom. He didn't speak any Hebrew. He didn't say I'm an Israelite, and that was the perfect time for him to say it, man.
Yeah.
He just got a new hairdo, right? Dreadlocks with blonde tips.
Well, I guess no,
I think-
brother. Maybe he got leprosy, man. Maybe he got leprosy.
Well, if you go
I believe
join,
that's, as a matter of fact, type it in.
join
Kendrick
G-Man.
Lamar.
G-Man said blind hair is a blessing.
Blonde tips.
That dude's a crackpot, man.
Well, we all know that.
I got a precept.
I got. Okay.
That's why the scriptures say, "Love not the world, neither the things of the world." That's of the world, man. These niggas just don't get it. The shit of the world is not of this truth.
Coming back from work? Oh, okay.
Even so, then you had that other, who's the other rappers? Waka Flocka. Waka Flocka. Yeah, I came across, I guess, some brothers a while ago. And he was listening, and I guess he made a statement he's not black. Everybody was bugging out. But then he rolled up, I guess he's trying to find the truth.
I on Sakari. I think he rolled up on
He
Sakari.
wrote on Sakari and them
Yeah,
too.
they kind of told. He rolled up on a couple of
He
them.
wrote up on the GMS brothers one time
Okay,
a while
no,
ago.
you're right. He did run
Right?
on GMS.
On Arkansas, I think, or one of the brothers out there. Right?
Because they know, man. All these entertainers, they know about it.
They know. But then he ran up in Indianapolis to some Gehenna's guy, ISBK. And I guess this was recent.
See?
I guess he was trying to confront him. And he was
Look at
sitting there,
Not even blonde tips. Blonde.
I mean, them dudes was, I'll say they was being
Yeah,
sincere.
I'm just
Right? But they went off, though. They went
No,
off.
wait a minute. Did Nate tell him he ain't supposed to have blonde hair?
Look at that.
And dreadlocks.
He got dreadlocks.
He looks like a drag
Dreadlocks
queen.
is understandable.
That's Kendrick Lamar.
Okay? It's understandable because you have the law of the Nazarite, right? You can say, well, I'm a Nazarite, right? That's what Jake used to have long hair.
Try to justify it.
To try to justify the fact that they're so vain. But then why would you have blind dreadlocks? It didn't grow that way.
And then his hair's long. What does scripture say about a man with long
Hey,
hair?
well, who is he down with? That's what you should ask.
The Apostle Paul said a man ain't supposed to have long hair.
He ain't posted.
But that shows you, the main point, show you the Lord didn't choose you.
And that's why they hate GMS.
Yeah.
You're like Geno Jennings. You ain't supposed to have long hair.
We tell
The hell a man doing with long hair?
Tell the truth.
And,
Tell the truth.
and eventually everybody's gonna realize that, look, man, we were the prophets, man. We've been telling you the truth, man. You're seeing everything that's happening right now. And that's why you got all these wacky Christians and nutty-ass religious freaks, fruitcakes jumping out of the woodworks because why? We've been speaking about this for the longest. For a minute, they would never touch the mark of the beast, man. Really, I never really heard nobody really going to the mark of the beast, to the spirit God, the apostle.
No, there's Christians that do know.
They
The
know
ones
it,
that-
but
the scholars, there are scholars.
Come on.
That's why I was surprised that Jesus is the Word. He didn't know that because there are Christians,
There's Christians that know it.
Edomite Christians that know about the mark of the beast and all that, man.
Come.
Have you ever read up on Hal Lindsey?
Yeah.
The first time I heard, was it Zechariah 14 and 12 mentioned and broken down was by him when I was like what? I had to be like 16 years old.
Herbert W. Armstrong, I think he spoke about that too.
Yeah, he knew a little thing. There's certain passages out there, but a lot of you guys don't know what's going on, man.
And there was this one Christian. I was surprised too because he said the mark of the beast, the chip, and he tried to say, look, they put it in the movies and this and that. But then when I told him, I said, you better make sure you don't take it. He had this look on his face. So a lot of them, even though they know about it, they still gonna take it anyway, man.
Yeah.
And I told him, I said, you better not. So remember, and I went into the scripture. Now this is the job I was on, a Benjamite. You know, I said, you ain't supposed to take it because you're gonna the Lord is gonna kill you. So hey, that's on him though. You take it, you're gonna die, man. You know.
A lot of these Christians, so-called Christians, don't know that the mark of the beast is talking about NATO and the EU, man. That beast system is talking about NATO and the EU. So they don't have no clue of what's going on, man. They think that the mark of the beast is some man that's going to come into the world as the Antichrist and deceive all kind of people. not knowing that the mark of the beast is the system that we under, which is NATO and the EU, man. That's the beast, man.
The mark of the beast is the RFID.
The mark of the beast is the RFID microchip, but the beast, the system, is NATO and the EU, which the mark of the beast is gonna come out of.
Yeah, that was an old system anyway.
Huh.
Going back to the Roman Empire and their allies. They're just resurrected back in this time. You know, it's the same people doing the same things now that they were doing back then. And it was prophesied that they were going to fall for a certain period of time and get back up. And now we're at the end times where they got back up, and now they're going to implement this mark of the beast, which they didn't have in the Roman Empire.
Yeah, can I get this on the law of leprosy? Since Kendrick Lamar got that thing, man. Look, man. You guys in the entertainment world, please don't join GMS.
Okay, go join the IUIC.
No, don't join us, man, because you're gonna have to change your whole life, man.
Yeah.
You'll be what do you call it? You'll be blacklisted. Guaranteed.
Outcast.
You'll be outcast and blacklisted. With the quickness.
That's right.
Well, he can be in the IUIC. They'll
Well, he's
accept
already
him.
down with them.
Yeah, they'll let him go.
There's no way in the hell I'm gonna let a nigga be in GMS with some fucking dreadlocks and blonde tips.
Yeah, that's all.
You know?
The whole thing was blonde. From the rooter to the tutor.
Anyway, and this is on the law concerning leprosy, right? This is Leviticus 13, and we're gonna start at the 29th verse.
This is Leviticus chapter 13, verse 29. If a man or a woman have a plague upon their head or their beard, verse 30, then the priest shall see the plague, and behold, if it be in the sight deeper than the skin, and there be in it a yellow thin hair,
and there be in it a yellow thin hair. Okay, go ahead.
Then the priest shall pronounce him unclean.
Now we know that Kendrick Lamar, his hair didn't grow like that. Now let's say it did. Oh, you wrong, brothers. It grew. I said, well, guess what?
He just recorded.
You got leprosy in the scalp.
That's right. Like Yellow Man. Like the reggae, the old reggae man. Yellow Man. Yellow reggae man.
It says,
Now mind you that G-Man said having blonde hair was a blessing.
that's what he said.
But pursuant to what scripture? Pursuant to what scripture? And we're going to get into reincarnation too. All right? See, one thing about Great Millstone is when you come and watch us, you're going to get the 1001 scriptures, all right? You're going to get nothing but scriptures. You're going to get them broken down. All right? If you thinking that we're going to have a cookout and give you barbecue chicken and fried chicken and potato salad,
Biscuit party, concerts.
and deviled eggs, and crushed orange soda, and black cherry, AMP black cherry soda in the can, that you use that shit to open it, old fashioned. You ain't gonna get that with us. All you gonna get is the scriptures, man.
No artificial flavors.
That nothing artificial.
No
man.
preservatives.
No preservatives. Everything is real, straight to the
organic.
point, straight to the gut, man.
No
Straight
GMOs.
organic.
Grass fed.
This is not Hey, don't mistake GMS with GMO.
Yeah.
All right, this is organic, man. You know.
Hey, well, the Apostle Paul said, I have not shunned to
I got
declare
some more.
unto you.
It says,
The Apostle Paul, he said, I have not shunned to declare unto you the whole counsel of the Heavenly Father.
Yeah, because there's no way. First of all, if a brother, a so-called brother, if he came to camp with blonde hair, man, I said, what's up, man? I don't know, I got it one morning, my hair just turned. I said, well, look, brother, you know you're unclean.
You got to be in the camp.
That's that, man.
You got to
Be in the camp.
that's right.
You got to find a priest and see if that priest is in.
This is back in
Because I'm not a priest at this time. I'm an apostle. You got to find a priest. You might have to go out to California and get with Alizar, man. He a Levite. He might be able to heal you.
This is
But
back
but if you say, well, look, I just wanted to change my shit. I said, well, guess what, brother? You should change camps too.
Yeah, exactly, man.
That's right. You up?
That's facts, man. Hey, because and that goes deep. When you do that, that means that you secretly worship Esau, the white man.
Oh, you openly.
Well, openly, yeah.
Ain't no way in the hell I'm gonna make my hair. I'm gonna make my hair blind.
Make your hair blind.
I'm gonna read it back home. from the top again. This is Leviticus chapter 13, verse 29. If a man or woman have a plague upon their head or beard,
Oh, that's the topic of the week, brother. Blonde hair, leprosy, boy, and homosexuality.
it says,
Blondes don't have more fun.
it says, then
Oh, the pig. Oh,
The pig
oh,
of
oh, no,
Satan.
go ahead, speak on it, brother. Since we brought up the whole faggot thing, go ahead and speak on it, Doc.
The ping of Satan.
The pig of Satan. Hey, man, you know what we found out? Now, when Apostle Ron, when we were driving down, I was asking, how the brothers, he basically said them brothers are on point. All them brothers are on point. It's dedicated, it's serious, man. And then we started talking about Atlanta, right? And then he said, I hate Atlanta. I said I couldn't stand Atlanta. And then he said the only reason why I stayed there so long because of them brothers, man. Other than that, I would have been left. And then he was talking about Dante Wild is down there, and he was talking about I said there's a lot of homosexuals, and you basically said pretty much 75% of the men down there are homosexual.
damn, that's
50% are openly gay. 25 is like they
Playing hard.
they play hard, but they
double
faggots
dutch,
on the low, and they'll deny that they're faggots.
Yep.
But he said this.
Low niggas.
Go ahead, you got it.
They got this app. It's a fag app.
faggot.
It's called.
What I call it Uber.
It's called what?
Okay, because
Uber sausage.
Uber sausage.
it's crazy, man.
Yo, come
Yeah, 'cause
on,
they got
man.
like they got the well, it's supposed to be. It's called fling. So you
So
saying
what you get is a fling pink.
so he does a fling
But
pink?
you get a pink,
Fling
right?
pink.
No, on the app you get a pink, right?
Yeah.
So it's called fling. So when your phone goes ping, that's a
On an
fling.
all-time high.
That's what that.
Fuck out of here,
That's
man.
what
So you like you.
In other words, you got a fling when you go.
That's crazy, man.
That's a fling pink.
Yeah.
So you
So-
can be a faggot.
So
So
when two
gay
phones,
booty call.
two fag phones get together, they
literally.
ping each other.
Damn.
Come on, man.
You know.
Hey,
And
hey,
then
And
the
you said,
app-
and you
go,
said
man.
that you caught a guy out there.
Yeah, 'cause
the
he
dude
said-
was like acting all hard and shit.
Yep.
Then the faggot came next to him and
Ping
went
each
ping.
other
The both
for
of
the
them went
pinga.
ping.
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
They started
man.
pinging each
They
other.
started
Yeah.
pinging, man.
And then- and
They
then-
automatically ping.
Pinga,
Hey,
ping.
Pinga loca.
Next
Pinga.
Because they were asking the guy if he was a faggot.
Data.
And he said, no,
pinga,
I'm
the
not
pinga, ping.
homosexual. And then the faggot that actually worked at the place, he said, no, this guy's a faggot. He said, because, there's an app, he told me there's an app, and when he came by me, the app pinged, we pinged each other.
So therefore,
They gave their finger to each other.
He had a
They
secret
pinged each
app.
other. Hold on. They
Damn.
pinged each other so they can get some pinga.
They could bing each other.
Yeah. The ping pong app.
So
Hey, but you know what,
Ping
Mike?
up on.
No Leg Mike, he made a statement,
no
man.
leg Mike.
Hey, he made a statement. He said we shouldn't be hard on Israel. They had enough. Wait a minute, you got a whole bunch of homos down there in Atlanta, man.
Yeah.
Hey, can I bring this preach about Rebecca Shah?
Man, we went to this one Mediterranean spot, man. There's one Edomite looking motherfucker. He had lipstick on. And I walk in to go order. He said, hi. I said, I turned back around. I act like I left something in the car,
Oh,
man.
how about we went to that Issacharite when I was down here with Joe? We went to that Issacharite strip. And it was at first you look at the thing as a bitch. You see how long the fucking hands
Oh,
is.
yeah.
Hello, you want some tacos? We said, nah, we got the fuck
Nah,
out of
man,
here,
I ain't eating
man.
no shit at.
Yeah,
Me and him was in a home. Me and him was in a
Place
bar.
gotta go, man.
So it's a
We was
thing,
at bar.
man.
Me and him was in a bar, and it was a sodomite serving drinks. We walked the fuck out. Like, we ain't serving me no fucking drinks, man. Fuck out of there, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And we read this
They
real
do
quick
that
about the chapter. This is Isaiah chapter 1, verse 9.
A restaurant.
It said, except the Lord of hosts had left unto us a very small remnant. That's speaking about Israel, like the brother said, down in Atlanta. Hell, not even just Atlanta, the whole America, man. It's a very small percentage of men that are still straight, man. All right? It's still straight, man. You know? It really is just us. If you outside this truth, you love that other lifestyle, man. But you ain't got a problem with it. So it said, except the Lord of hosts had left unto us a very small remnant. So the Lord put a special spirit on us to protect us from that damn homosexual demon. Because it's a spirit, man. It's an evil spirit. When you go in the book of Romans, the first chapter, they tell you about how the Lord gave these niggas up to that vile affection, man. That vile spirit, man. Right? It said, except the Lord of hosts had left unto us a very small remnant, we should have been as Sodom, and we should have been like unto Gomorrah. Meaning, in other words, we would have been destroyed. What happened to Sodom and Gomorrah? It's well known in the other 5 cities. All right? Sodom
Not
and
all of
Gomorrah.
them got destroyed.
Yeah, not all of them got
The
destroyed.
Sodom and Gomorrah got
Sodom, yeah, there's two
To this day, right?
The
To this
other
day.
three, the other three were spared.
Zeboim, Zor, and
I got a
Adma.
Amon. Yep.
I got a precept.
Okay, come on. Hold on 1 second, bro. Let me just finish this out. It says, we should have been as Sodom and we should have been like unto Gomorrah. So Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed. So the Most High, because the scriptures say that that's an abomination, man. Leviticus, what, 20 and 13? Okay? And to the point where these homos, they know that scripture, man. They'll sit there and quote that. You have faggots and lesbians quote Leviticus 20 and 13. So the Most High said that that's an abomination. He's supposed to be put to death. But except the Lord left a remnant, which is what? The elect, which a lot of guys got a problem with us speaking about the elect. That's why the Lord speaks of the elect, man. A chosen group of men who have not bowed the knee to Baal, man. Because when you become a faggot or homosexual, you bowing down to Baal, man.
All these entertainers, every last fucking one of them.
Well, they're showing with this sex scandal with Harvey Weinstein and all that.
Yeah, they're
they're
all
showing you
faggots.
Kevin Spacey. But I always knew that guy was. I always knew he was. I always knew he played Hotel Motel.
I got a precept right here.
Let me just finish one more verse, brother.
But anybody that goes out in Hollywood and big in Hollywood, man, your name is out there and you big, you had to sell you had to bend over.
Yeah, Will Smith.
They call
You
it.
had to bend over, man.
Yeah, they call it Hollywood. Hollywood.
Yep. Well, even Arnold Schwarzenegger said when he got out there, he said this place is weird, man.
Right? It says, verse 10, hear the word of the Lord, ye rulers of Sodom, give ear unto the law of our power, you people of Gomorrah. You bunch of homosexuals,
That's
man.
America, man.
All right, which that's speaking about, like the elder said, that's speaking about America, God damn it. And the Lord said, give ear to the word of the Lord. To what purpose is the multitude of your sacrifices unto me? And you got a lot of these damn Christians, you want to speak about Christianity, you got a lot of these sweet Christians up in there, they be in the church day and night, speaking about the Lord Jesus, right? And they got all kind of homosexuals and all kind of pedophiles in there. So the Lord said, what purpose are you doing? You up in the church talking about you believe in the Lord, man. You see? It said, to what purpose is the multitude of your sacrifices unto me? And in the black Baptist, and all the black churches is filled with a bunch of nasty faggots, man.
Yeah, the preacher's a homo, the organ player.
Organ
player be sweet as hell, man.
The choir
There's
director.
nothing but homos in the church. There's nothing but homos in the church, man.
Eddie Ron.
It's more than
Yeah,
The choir leader.
It's a little more, brother.
The choir leader.
The Lord breaking it down. The Lord breaking it down, man. It says, I am full of burnt
The
offering.
Lord must want this faggot thing to come out. To
Yeah, come.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
faggots.
It's been a while. It's been
Uber
a while.
sausage.
The ping pong at.
It probably is an app like that. It said, in the fat of the fed beast, and I delight not in the blood of bullocks or of lambs or of he-goats. Updating, the Lord don't delight in your offerings, man. You go into these churches, talk about you worship the Lord. Man, first of all, the Most High said you don't know the Lord, man. You don't know him, man.
Man ping the other man so they can.
He said you a bunch of sodden
can play
children, man.
ping pong.
Who have not, what's that, Jeremiah 4:22? Which have not known me. You don't know the Lord. You up there talking about, and in Christianity they accept homosexuality, faggots. Faggots can come to church in the Christian, homosexuals, whatever you want to call them, man. Give me a better term to call them. Sodomites.
Mudsliders.
Mudsliders. Nipple
pillow
pinchers.
biters.
Pillow bite. Whatever you want to call them.
Carpet
They're
munchers.
allowed in these churches. But now that's a sin against the Creator, the Heavenly Father, that's about to be dealt with, man. That's why America's going to be turned into a great big fire, man.
Lake
Lake of fire.
I got a lake of fire. I got a scripture, 1 Corinthians 11, verse 14.
1 Corinthians 11, verse 14.
Yep.
Okay, 1 Corinthians 11,
1
verse...
Corinthians 6.
I got it right here. Yeah, you got it. Read it.
1 Corinthians 11 and 14. Doeth not even nature itself teach you that if a man have long hair, it is a shame unto him?
So you're not supposed to have long hair. The only justification that you have long hair is because of the law of Nazarite.
But then after a while, you shave it off, right?
Yeah, unless like Samson.
Yeah, he was a consummate.
Samson was the angel, the first angel said, your son's going to be a Nazarite unto death.
Yeah.
All right? But Paul did the vow of a Nazarite. I bet y'all didn't know that, you Christians out there. He took the vow of a Nazarite. and he broke the vow.
Yeah, he broke
because he had to get ready for the Passover. Because during the Passover, you got to eat lamb, you got to drink wine, and he wouldn't be able to drink wine. Yeah. So he had to break one vow to keep that high holy day.
Don't you shave off everything? You shave off your
Shave your eyebrows and all
shave
that.
Shave off your beard, you shave off your hair.
No, a lot of guys that say that they're under the vow of the Nazarene, like the Benjaminites, they say that they're under the vow of the Nazarene, like Samson. But you motherfuckers are drinking wine, man.
Yep.
Just so they can wear their hair long.
See, Jake is full of shit, man.
Try to find loopholes in the scripture.
That's all they do, man. Most are gonna loophole them.
Oh yeah.
This is Psalms 125 and 3. For the rod of the wicked shall not rest upon the lot of the righteous, lest the righteous put forth their hands unto iniquity. You know, so this world can't continue on like it's going. You know, because everybody will become homosexual. You know, it had to be the Lord that left a small remnant, you know, to not to go in that direction, in that lifestyle.
Yeah.
You know, I'll read it again. It says, for the rod of the wicked, which is what? Wicked is Esau, so-called white men. Their rod is what? Their correction.
Yeah.
You know, and their correction is what? They're making laws to pass so that homosexuals can get married and all that.
Oh, like what they did in Slack, brothers, not to cut you off. I know y'all brothers probably seen it already. They had a goddamn freak teaching a bunch of kindergartens out there in California. I forgot the name of it. Teaching, man, whatever the hell they called it.
Yeah, horns in his head.
Horns in his head with a dress on, glitter and all that bullshit. Reading books to people's children and so the whole school system's corrupt, man.
Yeah.
You shouldn't really even send your kids to the school system.
Well,
but we underneath this man, so whatever you gotta do, you gotta do. But
my cousin, he's going through it with his woman in his shower. His shower's 11. And she's talking about, she agreed with homosexuality. She's 11 years old. Talking about she like women, you know. And my cousin is beefing with his child and going through it with with her mother because of the fact that she's giving into this philosophy of the white man in their school system.
Yeah.
See, she's only 11 years old and she's getting into the pleasures of Esau, which is that homosexuality shit, man. And that shit is wrong. You know, and he's beefing with his wife because he's not with her no more. But he's beefing with her because he's saying that, oh, let her be who she want to be in life. But you a wicked bitch, man, because you letting your child be a fucking faggot.
But that whole shit.
But these black women are part of where they live in the world anyway. That's why they're gonna take the chip.
I got a precept if I'm permitted to do it.
Can I finish this real quick? This is Psalms 125 and 3. For the rod of the wicked shall not rest upon the lot of the righteous, lest the righteous put forth their hands unto iniquity.
Hey, so like the apostle said, this place ain't gonna be here too much longer. That you see this place, if it were to continue on, it'll self-destruct, man. All right, the way that the so-called white man Esau rigged this society is basically, especially America, is to destroy itself, man. Okay, America's a big ass project, man. Okay, we at the end of it. We see why the Lord said he got to cut the time. When you go to Matthew 24th chapter, he said you got to cut the time short. He said if not, no flesh shall be saved. But for the sake of the elect, for the elect's sake, the time shall be shortened.
I got a piece to go right on, right? This is Lamentations chapter 3 verse 22. It is of the Lord's mercy that we are not consumed.
Beautiful.
Because his compassions faileth not.
Right. And speaking about the elect, man, if you outside of this truth, you already consumed in your mind and the spirit. I don't care how you could be healthy and strong and got all kind of money, but you really you poor on the inside, man. You, like the scripture say, you wretched, man. Hey, it's the Lord's mercy. Apostle, I've seen the video he did speaking about the gift. That's the mercy of the Lord to give us this gift, to be in this truth. Because we could have been out there in that world and contaminated. You see what that world is. This world is foul, man.
Contaminated.
It's contaminated, man.
Well, the small remnant, and that destroys Christianity. Because the majority of people, how many people are in Christianity?
Oh, yeah.
Yet the scriptures say the Lord left us.
2.4 billion.
There you go. But the scripture said the Lord left a small remnant. And then there's another one in Matthew, enter in through the straight gate.
Yep.
For wide is the gate and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many that go.
They're at.
That's the path of Christianity. That's a cut to Christianity right there.
Somebody give me 2 Peter 2. I was going to say start at about 6 or 5, but start at the top.
Yeah, I got it on deck.
Start at the top.
This is 2 Peter 2, verse 1. For there were false prophets also among the people, even as there shall be false teachers among you.
Now you got a lot of these guys, these scoffers, that saying that we're false prophets. Guys that used to be down with GMS, and then now they chose to be with GMS, Great Millstone, and not to be with IUIC or ISUPK or HODC. But now, when they leave us or they get kicked out, they're saying that we're the false prophets. But guess what? Why didn't you get with them guys? Why didn't you get with any of them guys? If we're the false prophets. We're not the false prophets, man. And that clown Geno Jennings said we false prophets. The Most High is going to destroy Geno Jennings.
He's a false prophet.
Yeah.
He's not even a false prophet.
Yeah.
He's just a clown, man.
He's a tall
He's an
baby.
unlearned nigga.
He's a tall baby playing Bible teacher.
That's it. Because we're going to go into second Ezra, okay, and see if that's talking about Jesus. But those people in the church, them people in this congregation are not going to say nothing because they don't know nothing, man.
Yeah, like you said, they're zombies. You said that in the last part of this GMS in transit. And as Apostle Tar said, I got a nice full color picture of zombies just walking.
The people in the churches, man, for the most part, they're zombies.
I got a precept.
They look at the pastor, and they look at him like he's God. Okay, but keep reading out, please. Start from the top again.
2 Peter 2 verse 1. But there were false prophets also among the people, even as there shall be false teachers among you.
And that's not talking about us. So you better, you know, you're talking about us, man. You don't realize that, pursuant to Acts the 5th chapter, you don't realize, matter of fact, get that, Acts 5 and 38. You're gonna realize, man, there's gonna come a day when you're gonna realize who you're speaking against.
That's right.
Now, if we come here in the name of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, and we truly are found out that we are, what's gonna happen to you that's been scoffing against us, man? The Most High's got a special death for you, man.
Fire.
Oh, there was a time when if you spoke bad about the prophets, now when the prophet came to town, the people would ask him, comest thou in peace? Or because the prophets were so revered.
Because they had power.
They were so
like
feared, you know?
it was Elisha. Elisha, he had power to call 2 she-bears to kill a bunch of Israelites. It doesn't say Israelite kids, but that area where they was, that's where Israelites were living. So they had to be Israelites, right? So these kids said, go up, thou bald head, go up, thou bald head. And he got mad, turned around, summoned the spirit. The 2 she-bears came out the woods and tore up. Now, there was more than 42 kids. A lot of them got away. Because Jake is fast. There's some of them that just couldn't make it. All right?
So that bear had the mastery over
Now nobody's saying, well, this is not a man of the Lord.
Right.
No, wait a minute. He was evil.
Right.
They ain't saying that.
They were just kids.
They were just kids. See, that's where that fucking emotion comes in, man.
Yeah.
And you can't get this. You can't get these scriptures if you're filled up with emotions. All right. And most of you Israelites out there, you filled up with emotions, man. It's something to get into. You know, it's something to get into until something new come along, man. Like the hula hoop. All you niggas was rocking them hula hoops until the shit went out of
Slinky.
When have you ever seen a nigga with a hula hoop?
When the fuck is
The
You know?
Kabangas, huh? Remember the Kabangas?
The Kanakas, the Bangas, that was big, man. I remember double Dutch and Skelzies. We live in the city, Skelzies, man. All right, I remember
22.
Top. You got Top.
22.
Remember yo-yos? When was the last time you seen a nigga with a yo-yo? When was the last time you seen a nigga with a pogo stick?
Yeah.
I remember niggas used to love. Hey, I remember Ephraim in the city. Every other corner, they had the bongos, the conga and the bongo. From a distance, boop, 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 boop. You keep walking, it's out, boop, 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 boop. No, we heard it the other day down the street.
Last week?
Last week, right?
Was it
They have
last
it in Harlem.
In Harlem, yeah. You got the old Ephraimites. And you get closer, boop, 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 boop. Well, Ephraimite, he's drinking a beer. Back then, they drank the Budweiser. They ain't have Coronas back then. He's shaking the beer and tambourine. And the other guy sweating his ass off. Thing around his neck. Boop, 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 boop. They ain't doing that no more. It's a different time.
I got a quick precept. This is dealing with the prophets and the teachers. It says Exodus 22 and 28. It says, "Thou shalt not revile the gods, nor curse the ruler of thy people."
Oh, now that right there cuts this thing about God, because Jay the producer said that God is the Most High. So they're 3 in 1. No, we are also known as gods
too.
All right? God, the word God is Allahayim, which means power,
Powers, yeah.
ruler, judge.
Right.
So we are gods, all right?
As a matter of fact, there's a little number 4 there for gods. That's in the Red Bible. And it sends you to the book of Psalm 82 and 6.
82 and 6.
And Yahweh Shai himself quoted that scripture. When he was talking to the Jews, he says, have not your law said that ye are gods? So what the hell is Jake?
Psalms 82 and 6, you're right.
Yo, my nigga, stick to producing. Produce music.
Yo, Jay, stick to
Alright? Alright.
What scripture is that?
Which one? The one I just read? The book of Exodus
That's a cut, man.
22 and 28. Now, by the way, that's the same scripture that when the Apostle Paul got slapped, who slapped him? Somebody slapped him in the face.
I believe it.
He said, revilest thou the high priest? Don't you know in the Lord says, thou shalt not curse. This is the scripture that they were referring to. And then the Apostle Paul said, I didn't know that he was a ruler of the people.
See, a lot of them guys, they don't know that they playing that, they fulfilling prophecy, man. The guys that came in amongst us and then broke off and got whatever demons on them, you're gonna talk shit about the apostles and call the apostles all kind of names and stuff.
That's why I said
You
hold
know?
on to Acts 5 and 38.
I got it.
Hey, 'cause,
And then, if I may finish it, but you still gonna use the name Yahweh and the names Yahweh Shai that you learned from the apostles.
There you
But you're
go.
gonna, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, they didn't throw away the
Ungrateful,
12.
man.
No, they didn't throw away the 12 tribe sign.
12 you know?
All right?
Ungrateful.
They didn't throw away the name of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua.
Only Hebrew name.
And when they opened up, in the name of Yahweh by Hashem
Yeah.
Yahushua. Well, where you learned that from, man?
It
That's
dropped,
nerves,
it
man.
came to them on their lap, you know, in a dream. Hey, that's the scripture, unthankful, unholy. That's a demonstration of being unthankful.
Disobedient to parents,
Disobedient to parents.
truth breakers.
And a couple of them yahoos are on the chat line
Hey,
right
well, it's
now.
gonna be a reckoning for you.
Well,
clowns.
while they being on the chat room, they should be out on the highways and the byways speaking.
It is.
Is Jimmy James out there?
No, I don't see
He didn't
him.
show up?
Nah. But there's this cat in there, New Earth Son. I'm thinking that might be
Oh,
him.
well, that's a flat earth thing. They're pushing
Flat
this
earth,
flat earth thing. That's a demon, man.
Then you got I Am Judah. He's in there talking this shit, looking for attention, like the little bitch he is.
Go ahead.
Acts 5, in Acts chapter 5, verse 38. It says, and now I say unto you, refrain from these men and let them alone.
There you go.
For if this counsel or this work be of men, it will come to naught. But if it be of the Most High, you cannot overthrow it, least happily ye be found even to fight against the Most High.
So they're trying to overthrow this thing.
I got one. First Thessalonians 4 and 8. He therefore that despiseth not man, but the Most High, who hath also given unto us his Holy Spirit.
That's it. So you're not coming against us. You're coming against the Most High.
I got a precept.
We're doing the will of the Most High. We're looking for a reward from the Most High for doing this work. Okay? Go ahead.
This Proverbs chapter 21 verse 30. There is no wisdom, nor understanding, nor counsel against the Lord. It says, the horseman, that was it right there basically. There is no wisdom, nor understanding, nor counsel against the Lord. So
you can't. When you go against us, you're going against the Lord. Because we're the ones that taught. At all them camps out there, who's the one that's pushing the mark of the beast is the chip? And why are we pushing that? Because the Most High gave it to us, man. Them other camps ain't teaching that, man. What other camp is teaching that?
We got a great precept. This is our Psalms 33 and 11. The counsel of the Lord standeth forever, the thoughts of his heart to all generations.
I got a quick precept. John 12 and 47. And if a man hear my words and believe not, I judge him not, for I came not to judge the world, but to save the world. The world he's talking about is Israel, starting with the elect. He that rejecteth me and rejecteth not my words have one that judgeth him. The word that I have spoken, the same shall judge him in the last day. So that's what we're speaking. We're speaking the word. So that's what's going to judge them in the last day, because they rejected the
That's
word.
what's happening now.
Yeah.
All these scoffers and everything, they getting condemned right now. They don't even know it, man.
Oh, one more verse. For I have spoken, for I have not spoken. Now this is Yahweh Shai saying this. And that proves that he's a separate entity from his father.
Yep.
Because it says, this is Yahweh Shai saying this. For I have not spoken of myself, but the Father which sent me, he gave me a commandment what I should say and what I should speak. And that's true for us. We got a commandment from Yahweh through Yahweh Shai, what we should say and what we should speak. That's why we're not going off the top of our head. We ain't coming with our own emotions.
In other words, everything we say, we got a scripture to back it up.
Exactly. We're justified by the word.
It's through the inspiration of the Most High. I got Salaki, brother. Psalms 145 and 17. The Lord is righteous in all his ways and holy in all his works. Because it's the Most High's judgment and his work and his will that's going on the earth. You know?
Yeah, whether it be righteousness or wickedness.
Right.
It's all the Lord's will anyway. That's what these dummies, these Christians don't understand. The left-hand side is controlled by the Heavenly Father. And so is the right.
It says, the Lord is nigh unto all them that call upon him, to all that call upon him in truth.
I got a precept. You got something?
2 Chronicles 36, verse 16. But they mocked the messenger of God and despised his words and misused his prophets until the wrath of the Lord arose against his people, so there was no remedy.
Excellent.
I got one.
What scripture was that? Call that again? That was powerful.
2 Chronicles 36, verse 16.
There you go. That was powerful.
You must be allowed to read, brother. Amos 5 and 10. They hate him that rebuketh in the gate, and they abhor him that speaketh uprightly. That's why Yahweh Shai said they hated me without a cause.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the reason. The reason why they hated Yahweh Shai was because he brought the message of the Most High. And the message of the Most High was what? You know, those that are wicked, the Most High is going to destroy. He said in what is that? John 7 and 7, the world cannot hate you, but me it hateth, because I testify against it that the works thereof are evil. So that's why they hate the light. They hate the truth. You know, and that's why they come against the men of the Lord so hard.
I got a precept. If I may, my brother, I've been quiet. St. John chapter 7 verse 17. It says, if any man will do his will, he shall know of the doctrine, whether it be of the Most High, or whether I speak of myself. Seeing that Yahweh Shai and the Most High are two separate entities.
I got one. I got to jump in.
I can't say that. I got
there is a doctrine.
That's right.
You know, there is a right way to teach.
A right doctrine. There's a right doctrine.
There's
a wrong
right
doctrine.
and a wrong way.
Titus 1 verse 11 on down. Titus 1 verse 11 on down. Hold it. We're going to come back to it.
There's a brother. There's a brother say y'all in Central Park. We're trying to find you all. We're in Cloisters.
All the way uptown, baby.
Cloisters.
All right. Set from 11.
They want to be fed.
Yeah. Well, they did that with Yahweh Shai. They followed him wherever he went.
Go ahead.
Oh, shit. Damn. Titus chapter 1, verse 11. It says, whose mouth must be stopped.
You started 10.
10. Okay, cut. It says, for there are many unruly and vain talkers and deceivers, especially they.
There are many unruly and vain talkers and deceivers. There's guys out there that's actually deceiving people, man. And you're gonna be destroyed for leading a flock astray, man.
That's right.
Because there's a lot of different Israelite groups out there. You got a lot of, I'm talking about Jake Israelite groups. There's certain groups out there teaching that Esau is not the white man. What else are they teaching? They're teaching, and I don't even go to them videos. This nigga's gone.
The virgin birth.
Yeah, the virgin birth, you know?
Hell is the actual place.
Hell is the actual place. Edomites can make it,
You even have
Tribes
Israelites out there that teach that we're not Israelites.
Yeah.
They're saying that we're not even Israelites.
The Son is the Lord. The Son is the Heavenly Father.
Solomon has the mark of the beast.
They said this.
Solomon had the mark of the beast. Paul got the mark of the beast. Souls in the earth is flat.
Well, the new thing, some guy got a name called GMS East Coast. He said the earth is not round or flat.
No,
It's concave. I'm like,
you know what?
come on.
Hey, brother, you got, but you know what? The ones of you that follow anybody that's false, the Most High led you to that person. You know?
The deceiver and the
deceived
deceiver
are his. He controls everything.
That's right.
So if you're deceived and you say, well, I
Most High deceived.
thought this group had the truth. Well, guess what? The Most High deceived you, man.
That's right.
you must be allowed to read Babak Rashad real quick. This is Ezekiel
1001 precept.
Ezekiel 14 and 9. Ezekiel 14:9. And if the prophet be deceived when he has spoken a thing, I, the Lord, have deceived that prophet.
That's it.
And
So if you follow that prophet, you deceived too.
Christianity.
Right.
You follow Christianity, the Lord gave them up to a reprobate mind.
See, I would choose their delusions.
I'll choose their
he
delusions.
said, because they refused to receive the love of the truth.
Love of the truth. That's right.
It
Stop
says,
it, Ron.
and I will stretch out my hand upon him and will destroy him from the midst of my people Israel.
You really can't get mad at him because you can't, like the Apostle Paul said, who have resisted his will. Now, if his will is for you to be deceived, guess what? You're going to be deceived. If his will is for you to be enlightened, you're going to be enlightened.
Most High is going to guide you to the truth.
The steps of a
Hey,
good
you
man.
got a whole lot of camps out there, and they're all teaching various things.
That's right.
And if you follow the wrong path, that's on you. The Most High. Don't get mad at us.
That's right.
Get mad at the Most High.
It's the steps of a
But
good
the
man.
Most High gonna be mad at you. And he gonna bring his indignation upon you.
Hey, because the path to the truth now is being made even more and more.
And that's
harder to
at
get
first
to.
I got mad, but I'm really not mad
Yeah, you
because the
can't get
Most
mad.
High is setting up different camps and different trains of thought to deceive people, man.
Right. I got
So that's why I speak
I got
about
a
the
perfect
straight gate.
scripture.
We the straight gate, man.
I got a
And
perfect
GMS
scripture.
straight gate.
And it's
that's
getting
right.
harder and harder to get to the straight
Right,
gate.
because you hear us and then you hear somebody else.
Yeah.
Yeah, GMS make a lot of sense. That rate thing I can't get.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Stumbling block.
It's true. This is Psalms 119, 104. Through thy precept I get understanding. Therefore I hate every false way. Thank you all.
I got a precept. This is 1 Kings chapter 22, verse 22. It says, and the Lord said unto him, and I'm gonna go to 21. And there came forth a spirit and stood before the Lord and said, I will persuade him. I should go even further. It says,
Isaiah 6 and what's it?
1 Kings chapter 22, verse 20. And the Lord said, who shall persuade Ahab that he may go up and fall at Ramoth Gilead?
Most High was setting them up.
And one said on this manner, and another said on that manner, and there came forth a spirit and stood before the Lord and said, I will persuade him. Verse 22.
But did the Lord run them off?
No, of course not.
Set them up.
It says, and the Lord said unto him, wherewith? And he said, I will go forth, and I will be a lying spirit in the mouth of all his prophets. And he said, thou shalt persuade him, and prevail also. Go forth and do so.
Oh, so the Heavenly Father sets up liars?
Yeah, he sets him up, man.
He set up liars and he set up truth.
Side, man.
That proves that the Most High said that the deceiver and the deceiver
Are
his.
his. He controls everything.
So
I got a
he
quick
create the
precept.
light and create the dark.
Y'all don't like this, man.
I got another one.
Okay. One more verse. One more verse.
But
Okay, go ahead.
I gotta let you speak.
Go ahead. I'll let you speak.
It says, verse 23.
Yeah.
Now therefore, behold, the Lord hath put a lying spirit in the mouth of all
Who did
these.
it? Who did it?
It says, and now behold, and now therefore, behold, the Lord hath put a lying spirit
Is that all capital?
in the mouth. That's right, the Lord Yahweh.
The Lord. The Lord.
That's right. It says, now therefore, behold, the Lord Yahweh hath put a lying spirit in the mouth of all these thy prophets, and the Lord hath spoken evil concerning thee.
There it is.
And them false prophets that was back then,
Yeah,
they
They back here now.
And that's what the Lord prophesied. He said, look, in the last times they're going to come false prophets, they're going to rise up. Why? Because those old prophets
Those spirits will come
came
back
back
here again.
Yeah,
And to add to what you're saying, why? Because the Lord is going to set them up.
Yeah.
that's it.
The Lord is going to set up the true prophets, and He's going to set up the false prophets.
I got a precept.
Hananiah and Jeremiah.
Yeah. Before you read your precept,
Okay.
let me read this real good. My brother's going to like this. Psalm 37 and 23 and 24. The steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord. Now the number 7 there it says, or establish. The steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord, and he delighteth in his way. Though he fall, he shall not. Though he fall, he shall not be utterly cast down, for the Lord upholdeth him with his hand. So if a guy, he might stumble in the path of truth,
What
but
that nigga say?
if the Lord pick him up, man, the Lord hold him up.
Well, that's the scripture. A righteous man falleth 7 times.
This is
Yes.
Jimmy
But he
James.
get, but he get back up.
He said, look at these old fools. My question is GMS censorship in full effect.
That's got to
They're
have
reprobate. That's just
Hey, bro,
reprobate.
yo, dog, why don't you go fly a kite, man?
Go get a woman, nigga.
I got a precept.
Hey, somebody get me real quick. You should be out on the highways and byways, man. Did not the Lord say that? If
That's
you're a
right.
man of the Lord. Hey, give me 2 Corinthians 6 verse 8.
I mean, every Saturday this nigga's on the.
Well, that's it. He don't got no life.
You ain't got no life, son.
Ain't that element?
Gotta
Jimmy
be.
James?
That's all.
Second Ezra 6 and 8. I mean 2 Corinthians 6 and 8. By honor and
Fifth
dishonor, by evil report and good report.
What are we receiving?
Go get a pink.
Read it again, please.
By honor and dishonor. May I speak?
By-
Start at 7.
Start at 7.
It says, by the word of truth, by the power of the Most High, by the armor of righteousness on the right hand and on the left, by honor and dishonor, by
Because we're
evil.
being honored by certain people. They'll say double honor to the elders. Then we being dishonored by other people, right? Go ahead.
By evil report and good report.
Somebody saying something good about us, and somebody else saying something bad about us. Go ahead.
As deceivers and yet true.
As deceivers and yet true. So these people that are giving us bad reports, they're being deceived. All right? But yet we are true.
They said that about Yahweh Shai. Some said he was a good man. We can find that scripture.
Oh, yeah.
And then the others said, nay, he deceiveth the people.
Yeah.
Now this is Yahweh Shai. This is a man that made miracles.
Yeah.
You know, he had spiritual power. He healed people. He made the blind see. He made the deaf hear. He made the impotent man, the lame walk.
They wanted to kill him for healing somebody.
Yeah, on the Sabbath.
And them same niggas are back here right now.
And they're
man.
on the comment board.
It says, as
And I
unknown.
bet you $1 to a donut, Jimmy James is one of them.
That's why the Apostle Paul said to deliver us from unreasonable men. These guys, you can't reason with them.
Oh yeah.
Well,
They're
that's
unreasonable.
G-Man. You can't reason with G-Man.
That dude's a crackpot, man.
G-Man's got problems, man.
Like Jimmy James, he's unreasonable. You can't reason with that clown. I am Judah, another clown you can't reason with.
This dude, Slacky, if I may permit to speak, this dude, G-Man, talking about why do men have nipples? What kind of edifying is that?
He's a bug out, man. He's a reprobate. And then the scriptures tell you about when you get into it with a guy like that you know there's no rest, man. You know, a guy like that will tire you out. You end up with a headache dealing with a guy
That's
like
why it
that.
says, answer not a fool according to his
Right.
father.
At least he be like us.
Because that's what happens when you deal with those, because they're unreasonable.
Can I finish this up? It says, as unknown and yet well known, as dying and behold we live, as
Wait. Well known. Because, hey, everybody
Know
heard
about
this
that
truth,
as
man.
dying.
You heard this truth. They know about the apostles,
That ain't
the elders, the brothers, the other camps out there. Y'all heard this word, man. So if not anything, you're going to be condemned. Okay, we ain't looking for you to all accept and we know the Lord ain't dealing like that. But you all heard, man.
Hey, somebody hold on deck Matthews 10, and we can start at 5.
I got it right here, 10 and 5. I got it 10 and 5.
It says, as dying and behold we live, as chastened and not killed, as sorrowful yet.
As dying.
Yep.
Okay? Can we die all the day long, man? You got people on the comment board talking shit, trying to call, besmirchify our starting with the apostles and everything. Right? Try to just destroy our character and everything, assassinate our character. If they could, they'd try to take us out, some of these demons, man.
Well, they did in the past.
You know?
They're the prophet killers.
Exactly, prophet killers, man.
Yeah.
So we die. We ain't afraid of death, man.
40 men took an oath that they wouldn't eat unless they killed Paul. Them guys starved to death.
And Paul was a heavy dude, man, a heavy brother in the spirit, because you had to remember at first he was on a mission to go jack up them Jakes, the brothers that was, he got the permission, the letters to go to Damascus.
Lord intervened.
Right, the Lord intervened.
He changed them up, man.
He changed them up, right?
Changed them up.
And then so, man, them wicked ass Pharisees and Sadducees, they were so mad. They heard that Paul. They said, "What? We're gonna kill that nigga."
And you know what that's akin to? You know what that's akin to? Let's say, for example, I don't even want to use G-Man. Let's say somebody that's in another Israelite group or whatever. Or let's say vocab, or let's say Jesus the Word. He sees the Word and he says, you know what? I'd be lying to myself. I'm going to start following GMS.
Right.
By the way, I'm Black Irish or whatever. Or
Right.
my father's Mexican and my mother's Edomite, but he's really a Issacharite or whatever. Now, if he says he joins a camp in GMS Dallas and he's reading for him, they're going to lose it, man. They're going to lose it. They're going to wish that this dude dropped dead. And that was similar to what Paul did, man. Because Paul was on their side, man.
Yeah.
Okay, and he was zealous in killing them Israelites, man. Then all of a sudden he had that 180 turn. And he turned to the Lord, so he said, we got to kill this guy.
They was needed, man.
Because he said he did it ignorant and unbelief. Because he really believed he was doing the right thing.
Which
so the
Yahweh
Lord took that same zeal that he had to destroy that way for the truth to actually push that truth
Push the word even further, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Would show you his heart was sincere.
Yeah.
You know?
But that's why Yahweh told him, why kickest thou against the prince?
Yep.
You were part of this thing. You know?
Yeah, he went from a destroyer to a builder.
Yeah.
Because in the Matthew,
Wise master.
this is Matthew chapter 10, verse 5. These 12 Yahweh Shah sent forth, saying, command them. It's like it says, these 12 Yahweh Shah sent, commanded them, saying, go not into the way of the Gentiles.
Now, who does that apply to? That applies to all of us that are disciples. You know, we use the Yahweh Shah and we use the disciples and the apostles as examples, man. Maybe some of us are a part of the 12, maybe not. You know? Go ahead. It's not important, man.
It says,
Because back in the old school, I'm this guy, I'm that guy,
Oh, yeah.
I'm Peter, I'm Paul. I'm
Endless
this guy.
genealogy.
That's endless genealogy, man. And then even guys went on the carnivore saying, well, the hard goes around saying he's Paul. When did I tell you guys I was Paul?
That's Timothy,
I never
bro.
said that I was Paul.
So,
man.
yeah, I think that was that.
not that I know of. I never heard you say that.
That's as a joke.
And does that exclude you from the work? You know, when you find out who you are.
It says, back in chapter
But
Matthew.
pursuant to Ecclesiastes, we don't know. We don't remember former things. man.
Exactly.
There should be no
So for you to say I'm this guy and I'm that guy,
Yeah.
you're not sure of it, man.
And how does that edify?
Yeah. That's right. Yeah.
It says back in Matthew chapter 10, verse 5, these 12 Yahweh Shah sent forth and commanded them, saying, go not into the way of the Gentiles, and into any city.
Now, when you Christians say, anytime you come across the word Gentiles mean other nations, well, you're right on that one. You're right on that one, man. Go ahead.
It says, go not into the way of the Gentiles, and into any city of the Samaritans enter ye not.
Now, did they have Israelites in Samaria? Yes, they did. But who else did they have in Samaria? They had other nations up in there too. Like the woman at the well. The woman at the well, she was not an Israelite, man.
Her husband was.
Her husband was. Because that's why the Lord asked for a husband. Now the scriptures don't tell you that, but then the Lord knew that she had many husbands, man.
Extrapolate. That's where we extrapolate.
That's it.
Yeah, because you had a big community of Israelites that ran into Samaria that were running from being dealt with by the law. So that was their place of refuge. They call them apostate Jews.
It says, verse 6, but go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
Now these Christians talk about the Great Commission. Well, wait a minute. Didn't the Lord know that he was who he's supposed to go to?
Right.
Didn't he not know in St. John 4 to do the will of the Father and to finish his work? So in order for you to do the will of the Father, that means to do the will of the Father, you got to know what he wants you to do. You can't tell the apostles, don't go to the Gentiles, but then at the end of Matthew, the 28th chapter, go to all the nations and preach. That don't make no sense, man. And the Most High, pursuant to Corinthians, is not an author of confusion, man.
That's right.
So anytime you come across this word Gentile, when it speaks to them about salvation, it's obviously talking about Israelites, man, that were being called Gentiles. Okay? Now, did I say anything wrong, Jimmy James? You go ahead and tell me. Did I say anything wrong?
This New Earth Son said, GMS take chat questions. And another zombie said, okay, F you. No, they're scared to get cut.
Why don't you go out and teach the word, man?
Yeah.
If we're not not men of the Lord, as you say, go ahead and teach. Why aren't you out there on the highways and the byways, man?
Show us how it's done.
Oh, hold up, man. We know that you element, man. Jimmy James, we're gonna bring this line up. We're gonna bring out this line up.
Show us how it's
Hebrews
done.
6 and